What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Nice to see you. Thanks for showing up. Awesome turnout on the subscribers so far. We're over like 3,300, so that's really cool. So the last project we had a Harley Davidson that we repainted, and that's funny because the day that I went to go deliver it to the customer, the belt broke. I actually started the bike, let it warm up, kicked it down into first gear, and the belt actually snapped. So I actually spent an all-nighter getting the belt fixed for him. You had to take the entire primary off, the swing arm off. It was very involved, so I luckily got it all done in about 6.5 hours. So it was delivered to him the next day. He was ecstatic. He really liked how it came out, so I'm ecstatic because I got paid, so that's good. So because I got paid, and because of the other bike, the RD400, now I know I promised I was going to do a video on this, but that turned into kind of one of those things where I really wanted to just work on it, learn some things, get some things done quickly. I did do that one video of the quick fix on the wiggly shifter. So that was that bike. That bike turned out great. I have a few pictures of it here. So as you can see, it's like top to bottom, all brand new pretty much. Except I didn't do the paint. I did buy the paint and the decals, I just didn't paint it. So that ended up going to a guy in North Carolina. He is more than ecstatic. He has it on the road. He loves it. Really happy. So with both those projects done, I decided I'm done with projects for a while. I'm going to do little odd jobs here and there for my buddies with bikes and, like, you know, clean a carb every once in a while, maybe change a clutch. But I bought myself a toy. I'm so excited. And if you have Instagram, follow me there. And you know this already, but here is my new toy. It is a 2014 Triumph Thruxton 900. And it has 2,000 miles on it. Well, a little over 2,000 miles on it. When I got it, it looked like this. And I'm going to throw a picture up right here. So this guy had the same exhaust on it that I put on the KZ400 tracker bike, which we all know was extremely loud. And this was obnoxious to ride home with it. What's nice though is, those are the exact mufflers, but he did have the 45s that came with him. So I could potentially put, you know, 19-inch reverse cones on it, which I would like to do eventually. But this bike came with a lot of goodies. And as you can see, it's in like almost 100% stock form now, because he had the rear fender in a box, the cowl in a box, the front cowl in a box, the front blinkers in a box. He basically took all the stuff that makes this thing a Thruxton off and made it into like some sort of bobber. So with the sail, this had a British Customs tail tidy on it, and these, like, I don't know if they're LED or not, but these blinkers on them, the tail tidy that has the cover on it, there's the rear blinkers back there. He did buy this set of Superbike bars, which don't fit because the cables on that thing aren't long enough. And honestly, why would you change those bars? He did take the air injection off so it doesn't pop and sputter anymore. It has a Triumph Twin Power Airbox mod. This is the original Airbox intake with the snorkel over there. He put this high-performance air filter in it, which is kind of cool. He has all, literally everything. OBD2 port, because he did put a tune in it, and he took the O2 sensors out. So I have the box somewhere. Actually, this is the box with the directions for the Twin Power tune program. This is basically a like copy and paste version of like Tune ECU, which is a very user-friendly and free type of like power commander kind of thing, but you can do it with Triumph ECUs because Triumph ECUs aren't locked by the factory. They're actually open source, so that's really cool. You can just grab an OBD2 port, download the free software, and put any tune you want in there. You can fiddle with fuel mapping, fiddle with ignition timing, anything you want. So that's why I'm psyched to have a Triumph again. I used to do all that stuff with my old Triumph 955 Tiger, and I tell you, getting back on this, getting back on like a Triumph, like a real motorcycle that's not Japanese, you feel the difference. I mean, this thing is built to the nines. It really has like proper fit and finish on it, form and function. It is purpose-built, and you could feel it. The things I'm going to do to this, so I'm going to do some upgrades to this, of course, and I just wanted to put it back in as stock a condition as I could before I started fiddling around with this. So let me tell you a little bit about how it was when I bought it. Like I said, it had those pipes on it. The idle was set to 800, so I stalled it out about 2 or 3 times at red lights. The blinkers weren't working because the front, up in the headlight, the blinkers actually came detached. So I had no blinkers. I'll show you up under here, the little front brake switch wires that go into the master cylinder right up in here, those were bent and completely like taken out. So I had no brake, which I didn't even know until I got home and played with it. So I had no front brake. These mirrors were actually turned 90 degrees this way. So they were like that. So when you were riding, your hand was hitting the mirror the whole time. So that was fun. And then, of course, I came home and realized that there was 10 pounds of air in the back tire and like 15 pounds of air in the front tire. So that was cool. That made a really fun ride. So yeah, I've literally put about an hour on this bike as far as road time. Like the 15-minute test ride that I took and the 45 minutes to get it home. Drove it home. Yep. Just threw a leg over it and drove it home. So, adventures in Triumphdom. I am so excited to have this bike. I am like, this is kind of a dream bike for me. I really love Triumph. It's exactly what I wanted, and I don't have to build it. Not that I don't love building bikes, but it's just when you put a lot of effort into something that you're making for yourself, you will always see the negatives because you're the one that put them there. A lot of people say that gives it character because, you know, it shows that it was hand-built, it shows that it was handmade, it shows that somebody put their blood, sweat, and tears into it. And I'm totally fine with that, but I'm so nitpicky that I would never really be done with something I built. It's happened in the past where I just fall out of love with something that I thought I loved because I built it, when really I was just kind of like, what do you call it, like self-gratifyingly using it because it was something that I built and I like to brag about things that I build. Something we all do. Why else would I have a YouTube channel? Anyway, so I think that's why I like this so much, is because it's perfect the way it is. In looks, in styling, in most everything. It just needs some more accoutrement to make it like a daily driver, like a daily rider. That's with the fast idle out. We'll do one click in, another click in. There she is, kind of burbling along at 1,000 RPM. Don't want to go too crazy. It needs to warm up, I know. These things are extremely cold-blooded, but once they warm up, they're really, really warm. The other thing I might do is a LED headlight. And I'm gonna do some graphical things with it too. I wanna put the old Union Jack here in the stripe somewhere. Might do a couple stickers on the side that are classy, you know, not something too over the top, but just to have, you know, just to make it my own a little bit. But she's purring like a kitten. Again, I don't have it registered yet. That's not my license plate. That's the previous owner's license plate. So come and find me. Sounds pretty good. Fast idles all the way in. The owner didn't even use like the special key. The key that I actually have on the key ring for the bike is the one that doesn't have the chrome in it. It's the rubber one, the valet key, if you will. So he's got like 3 sets of keys for this thing, all the bells and whistles. It's awesome. I'm so happy. Grand total so far of what I've paid for this bike, he had it listed for $6,000. Again, there is 2,000 miles on this bike, 2,200 something miles on this bike. He had it listed for $6,000. The day before I went to go look at it, he marked it down to $5,500. Again, it did look like this. It didn't look like this. It looked like this and not this. So he wasn't getting any interest. I paid $5,300 for this bike. And I think right now as it sits, it's definitely worth $5,700 to $5,800. At least according to Kelley Blue Book or NADA, N-A-D-A, it's like close to 6. So I couldn't be happier. I feel like I got a really good deal. I feel like I got a really solid bike. All the modifications that were like the fiddly things to do were done. They were done correctly. It's in pretty good shape. I can't wait to take it out for a ride. It's April 20th, and it's 40 degrees outside in Massachusetts. It snowed today. April 20th, and it snowed today. I can't wait to go take this thing for a ride. I cannot wait to get it out on the road. There will be moto vlogs. There will be modification videos. The next video you're going to see is probably the pipe wrap video, and then the ram mount video, the not ram mount video, and what else? Basically anything I'm going to do to it, I'm going to show you guys, because that's the project going forward. That's the motorcycle going forward. Again, if there's something coming up like my buddy wants a clutch done, my buddy wants a carburetor cleaned, I might go over that. There's enough carburetor cleaning videos online anyway. There's enough clutch changing videos online anyway. There's enough how-to videos online anyway. Let's just bring this back. Let's have a channel devoted to what I do in this garage, projects that are going on here, and stuff like this. Stuff that's awesome, that's going to be a fun project, that's going to be a fun thing to live with. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate every subscription. Thank you for all the likes. If you don't like this, dislike it too. I don't care. It's awesome. Like it, dislike it. We'll catch you on the other side. Keep it rubber side down. Thanks for watching.